Hi everyone, Monique here, Intuitive Soul Savant. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, and welcome back to my lovely subscribers and subscribers, and you are beautiful. Some of your comments, most of your comments, all your comments are just so uplifting. And so I am making a video today, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to name it Pluto's Minions. Now, if you're new to the channel, go to the playlists and you can catch up on the teachings of a Pluto transit, a challenging transit we're looking at. All transits, however, the challenging Pluto transits are the ones that really ask us to dig deep and can be quite emotionally painful. Brutal is what one of the comments were in my last video. And my last video was all about how Pluto, even after years and years and years of working with a transit to the natal sun, how, you know, there's still more to dig up, more to dig up. Now, you might ask, you know, with Pluto transiting into Aquarius for good next year, 2024, for good, Pluto will not need to come back to Capricorn. So today, really, this video would be relative today for Capricorns, Cancers, and Aries and Libra, who are at the end of the sign, because Pluto is retrograding back into Capricorn to touch the last couple of degrees of Capricorn. And you know, after observing Pluto's hard transit to my natal sun since 2008, you know, it's sort of about now that I'm understanding how Pluto works. And Pluto has minions. Pluto does not do his work on she on its own. If Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008, I haven't woken up wanting to die every morning. So what makes me want to wake up and want to die some mornings or some months, or more so this year than last year? So for Aquarians, Leos, Scorpios, and Taurus, you are going to have a hard transit to your natal sun and any other planets that you have in those four signs, the fixed signs. You're going to have Pluto around for 20 years. Now, for 20 years, it's not going to be absolute hell, okay? You wouldn't survive. It's a very slow transit. So it's our other aspects in our chart that are the minions of Pluto. So you would need to look at your chart, and that's what we are doing here. We're using Pluto, we're using our chart to better understand what Pluto is trying to teach us and evolve us and transform us and die to, and what we're here to rebirth. What is our potential that we haven't been able to project onto the world due to issues that are stopping us from being our potential, and for sharing with the world what we're here to share and enjoy creating. So if you watch my last video, I was very distraught and very upset. 3 days of heavy, heavy energy. Now, I call that a Pluto energy, because what was going on in my chart was the sun yesterday opposed my natal moon. The sun in Gemini, the mind, which had my thoughts going into the past, memories, the loss, the victimhood. My mind went there because the sun transiting through Gemini. And opposing my natal moon in my tropical chart is in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius moon, we can make everything bigger than what it actually is. You know, Jupiter rules Sagittarius, expansion, a big broad view. And so when I do get upset, in some people's eyes, it could look a little overreactionary. However, that's just my Sagittarius moon. And so I have the mind and my emotions triggered. The 10th house, that's why I was so frustrated about my career. The 10th house, the sun is transiting in at the moment. And then the moon in the 4th house, where all my family junk was. So the memories were popping back. And Pluto is, you know, hasn't even come back into Capricorn yet. And Pluto's still doing its work. Right, Monique? There's more. There's more. If these memories are still triggering you emotionally, we need to clean that up. We need to move that energy through the body. You need to cry, Monique. And that's what I did. You know, it was very painful. Gosh, it's painful. I'm a Capricorn. I don't want to cry. I want to get on with the job. But with Pluto around, all of that falls by the wayside because Pluto has minions and the minions want Pluto. And I'm calling the minions the other placements, the other planet placements in our chart where they were when we were born. And so it's all working together. Now, another aspect that's going on for me is I was born with Saturn square the moon. And that is a really hard aspect to be born with emotionally. And it's got issues to do with the father and the mother in my case. So a moon in the 4th house. I've got Saturn in Pisces when I was born. Where is Saturn now? Saturn is in Pisces. I'm having my 2nd Saturn return. So, you know, this week I've had the sun opposing the moon, and Saturn is widely squaring my moon at the moment. However, this full moon is exactly squaring my natal Saturn, 13 degrees. So it's these other planets that will be helping Pluto through your journey of your hard aspect transit. So that's what you've got to look for. If you want to look at a 20-year plan and go, right, when are my hard years going to be? You know, when does the pressure ease off? You need to look into the future at what aspects are going to take place, especially with Saturn, because Saturn rules karma, right? Any aspects to your natal Pluto as well. And of course, your natal sun and your personal planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars. So that's what you need to keep an eye on. So if you're traveling okay with Pluto, and then you go, oh, we're going back down into the underworld, you need to have a look at your chart. And that will give you the answer, the reason, and it'll give you more wisdom in which way, which area of life Pluto is requiring at that point in time for transformation. So that is why it's great to have an astrologer on board, and I've opened up. I'm just waiting on the website. The website will be in the description box. My email is there at the moment. If you're thinking of having a face-to-face consultation with me, okay, I go really deep into Pluto and the aspects, and I write down all the years where things are going to get a bit narky for you, okay? So Pluto isn't alone in this big story. So it will depend on your chart. For Pluto transiting at Aquarius, you know, these are the fixed points. I have these points. I have Taurus, and the MC, the IC is Scorpio, rising Leo, and, you know, the 7th house ruler is Aquarius, Saturn. So, you know, the fixed cross is not an easy cross, okay? It's fixed. The fixed signs don't don't easily change. So I have a lot of compassion for the fixed signs with this upcoming Pluto transit. But you guys are tough souls, really tough souls. You know, and we're here to support you. So I hope this helped. It's only a short video. I want to get back into the algorithms again and make more videos. But what's been stopping me is this heaviness, you know. And having a Saturn in Pisces, it's all about materializing the spiritual energy. So, you know, these next couple of years are great for me. And I do have a big surprise that I've mentioned, but I won't be letting that go till the website's ready. And I'll let you know as soon as that happens. All right. So leave a comment there for us. It really does help others, especially those that identify with the energy. Brutal was a classic word, because I'm not alone. I wasn't the only one, you know, I'm not the only one feeling this energy this week. Yeah, so there's lots going on, and Jupiter is conjuncting the North Node in Taurus. That doesn't really affect me so much in my Vedic astrology chart. It would a little, but I'm not feeling that at all. I'm not feeling that. In actual fact, I'm quite grateful for that transit, because, you know, I'm an earth sign. So if you are a Scorpio, you know, that may be pretty uncomfortable, Jupiter opposing your South Node, because South Node is all about, especially in Scorpio, is about digging up the past, the roots, the wounds, the shadow. And the whole benefit of working with Pluto is not to fasten up. We can't move Pluto along, but what we can do is do a bloody good job of the cleanup. I mean, this is an amazing opportunity. As much as it hurts and I cry and I feel weak and vulnerable, you know, aside from all of that, if I can get the best out of Pluto's transit, then fabulous, you know. And now I see what will happen is you'll get accustomed to the energy. So for Aquarians, you know, when they first are feeling that, well, we all are feeling that energy. But if it's specifically affecting your natal chart, you know, you'll feel this Pluto energy, and you'll have to become accustomed to it. You will not have to, you will become accustomed to it. You'll get used to it. It's the same as if you've got a sore leg, you know, yes, it's still painful, but you're used to dragging your leg around. You'll get used to having Pluto's energy around you, and it can take all forms. We've discussed it in the videos. You know, for a couple of years there, I was invisible to people, and it was really obvious to me that I was invisible to people, and I've never been invisible to people. I don't have that energy. I have energy that turns people's heads. Not that I'm saying I'm beautiful. I just carry that high vibe energy on board. So, you know, there's so many variables with Pluto, but the energy you'll get used to, and it won't be so shocking. And then there'll be aspects in your chart, and the energy of Pluto sort of doubles up, triples up, and you go, you'll know, right, that's Pluto doing more work. That energy is digging. It's asking me to sit with those feelings, to allow that energy to flow through my body, to be gone, because, you know, this isn't just about this life. This is past lives. This is ancestral. Forget past lives if you don't believe in that. I mean, everything happens in the now moment, you know, so we are multidimensional. I know all of that. That's things I probably don't share with you yet, but as we get moving along with Pluto and Aquarius, yes, I will be sharing my knowledge about all of that, all of the other stuff that's going on that people are aware of, which they call ascension. So You'll get used to this Pluto energy. I'm not saying you'll get used to it to the point of, oh yeah, it's great fun, but you'll know it. You'll know what's going on. It's not like, wow, crisis, this has happened and that's happened, this happened, this happened. Why me? Why me? Well, you know, you'll know why. We will know why, because we're actually we're looking and seeking to help the process. Yeah. All right. Well, I feel better, and I'm glad. I'm going to pop this video up to you guys. Such a change, isn't it? All right. Namaste, everybody. I'll speak to you soon, and you take care of yourself.